Hey Gemini, it's Rachel from Royal Soul Tarot, and I'm here to do your March 2018 tarot reading. And I read randomly out of books after meditating on your energy and shuffling the cards. This is Addiction to Perfection by Marion Woodman. And I opened it up, and this is what I found. Oh wait, I just turned, no, this was the page. Okay, yes. Living by principles is not living your own life. It is easier to try to be better than you are than to be who you are. If you are trying to live by ideals, you are constantly plagued by a sense of unreality. Somewhere you think there must be some joy. It can't be all must, ought to, have to. And when the crunch comes, you have to admit and recognize the truth. You weren't there. I wonder if this will inform the reading, or the reading will inform that. So much about your experience coming up is about influences, your network, people, friends, your relationships through work and what you do. So I wonder, we're faced, when we think about our lives, I think we are, a lot of us, stuck in this, I should want to, I should have this, I should be working at this kind of thing. And if our hearts are not in it, it just, what is success and what is failure, right? It's just according to your own soul's purpose and your own heart. So let's see. I shuffled these cards for a long time. So here we go. How much better does it get than that? Ooh, crossed with the King of Cups. Let's look at this. So the major secret coming out, the major path, the heart of the matter is finding out through moment to moment what your heart wants. Is being in that state of presence, being in that state of being. This man, this woman, is not listening to anyone around, listening to the beat of his or her heart. You want to live like this, and Gemini, you seem like this to so many people. You're friendly, you're outgoing, you're spontaneous. You seem to, just be so jazzed. You're such a central part of a lot of groups of people. You have such a wide, vast network, and I think sometimes that wears you out. But this energy is so fresh. It's always refreshing. I wish that human beings had a refresh button, right? It was easy as pressing a button on a computer. Refresh it. We do. It's our heart. It's our heart. And the Fool is living by that and not overthinking it, not thinking about the future, not thinking about the past, but right there in the present. Wow. Yeah. I was going to say playful, and I think that is there, but also it's very wise. This is such a contrast. There's so much wisdom here, and like they say, out of the mouths of babes, right? Sometimes they're geniuses, right? And then sometimes you see an older person that's just so childlike, and that's this energy. Hope to God that we can keep that throughout our lives, right? Knocking on that wood. The obstacle card came out to be the King of Cups. Excellent. So as we go through our lives like this, using our emotional intellect when we deal with our network. There's graciousness here. There's compromise here. There's discernment here. There's standing in your truth here, or like he's sitting in your truth here. Knowing when to give it all away and knowing when to hold a little bit back. I mean, there's one thing of being in your truth like this, but when you're in a group, perhaps even the leader of a group, or just within some sort of working relationship, your dealings with people. When do you hold back? When is it appropriate for you to hang back and be a listener? Take it all in before, impulsively jumping in. So a little bit impulsive, following your impulses, but also when dealing with other people, discernment. This also has an air of some sort of teacher, doctor, psychologist, some sort of mastery at helping others heal, helping others acquire this emotional intelligence. This energy might be playing in your life. You might be this person. If that's the case, if you are this person right now, if you are leading others towards a more wholesome existence, health-wise, sixth house stuff, emotional intelligence, getting more psychologically healthy. If this is you, making sure that you have moments where you feel like you're not surrounded by anybody and you're taking care of you. You're following what you need, following your own advice. Oh, I love this already, Gemini. Okay, let's see what's next. Okay, past, an upset, future looks great. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. Okay, Page. No, I love those pages. And the Leo card. I love it when the Leo card comes out in the Gemini reading because I love Geminis. Okay, interesting. I might want to clarify some, but cool. So I'm seeing some sort of perhaps you made a commitment to yourself in the past on quitting some sort of indulgence. I don't know what your indulgence might be. Drinking, smoking, too much random sex. I don't know what you're doing. Too much cursing. Whatever your indulgence is, oh my gosh, it could be 1,000,001 things. In the past, you might have made a commitment to quit. And then you relapsed, you gave up. And, this retrograde stuff coming up is going to call on you to look at that again. And you could be quite successful this time because of the Jupiter retrograde. The Jupiter wants you to heal. So think about any vices or indulgences or anything you just don't like about yourself. It's like, why am I not outgrown that yet? It's coming because in the future you have this 10 of Cups. It's total success. This is emotional intelligence at its best. This is you taking care of you, your body, your health. Yes, I also think for some of you this could be a waning sense of joy. Just not as much joy in your life. Maybe some isolation. And again, you're so outgoing, so such a wide network of people that you're working with and friendly with that you can get worn out. So if you've been isolated, in the near future, you're going to feel this reconnection. And you're going to need to use it. This time coming up is all about what you do in your life. And again, going back to the reading, is your heart in it? Does it feel like, does it feel good? Or does it feel like a should or a want? Does it feel draining? Do you feel like all your cups are just draining all of their life juice out? Really, really look into that. And the energies coming up are asking you to reconnect Reconnect with your network. Start to think about what you want to do, what jazzes your heart, and reach out to people that are doing those things and can help you. Definitely. The energy that you're bringing into this, the Seven of Pentacles, does suggest that maybe you're a little bit stagnant. You know, your heart really isn't in what you're doing right now, that you're dreaming of other things. I just imagine this big puff cloud coming out of the back of his head, and it has this bubble, and then I really want to be doing this other thing, you know? And maybe even the words haven't formed for you yet, but this kind of heavy feeling is present. And the Fool feels it. The Fool is a container. The Virgo full moon is a container. Virgo is a container. And thinking about work, ready to fill it with something that's meaningful, ready to fill it with something that's useful. Not only for yourself, but for others. So I just have this feeling this is about what you're doing in your life, and you're thinking about it on every facet, even down to your personal details, you know, your vices. You're really wanting to, just like a sculptor, really sculpt yourself into this new and improved version of yourself that listens to heart, listens to impulse, honors your emotional intelligence. Two different colored shoes here, you see? Just, I'm not quite sure what you should do, what you should do. Okay, let's drop that. Shoulds, ought tos make Jack a dull boy, right? No play, whatever that they say in The Shining over and over on the typed page. Awesome. Makes you crazy, okay? Also, in the unconscious part of this reading, there's kind of, and since this is the conscious part, the Wheel of Fortune, this spinning that wheel, that taking a risk, yes, I love that this comes, you know, along with this feeling that, I mean, spin those wheels, you know, knock the normal off the bushes. Don't just rely on yourself right now. Rely on the universe. Rely on your circle of people. Rely on the ether. You know, use the internet. The internet is going to be huge for you this month. You could really, we use it in so many ways that kind of chink away at our, I think we do. I do. I'm speaking for myself. I use it in ways that kind of chink away at my brain, my senses, my physical senses. I get, I don't know, it makes me crazy sometimes, but using it in a way for your work, maybe re-examining if you tried to set up something before that was over the internet and it just tired you out. This is the time to go back to that and see if you can rejoin a group or connect with people who are doing what you want to be doing. It never hurts to ask. But here we go with this Eight of Pentacles now. So this is work. This is work stuff. This is what you do in your everyday life. I'm almost reading the reversal in this, even though it wasn't. I feel like this is new skills. So no reversal, but new skills, this 8. It's not just business as usual. I feel like I'm saying this to every sign this month, but it's really true. It's not business as usual. It's new skills. And I feel like these are contacts. You know, these are not only new skills that, you know, you're using your brain and your hands and your body for, but it's also people. It's also connections. It's also new veins, you know, rivulets reaching out to other people. So that's going to be part of this spinning of the wheel. I mean, you're consciously wanting this, and you're going to do it. You're totally going to do it because, look, Page of Wands. This is the environment. This is awesome. This kind of goes with, you know, this Leo, this sunshine, this will. This is a go before you're ready card. This is... this is reminding me of like an old lady who wears a crazy hat, you know, just to go to the store. It's just a crazy hat. And she just gets a kick out of herself. You know, this is meeting these new people, gaining new skills, directed at what you do in your life, and having the balls to do it. My friend and I were talking last night about bands, and sometimes bands in Chicago, like guy bands, they all like wear the black t-shirt and the jeans, and they're all a little bit tired of, or they're all a little bit scared to go out on a limb, you know, like where are the Mark Bolans of T-Rex? Where are the Freddie Mercurys, the David Bowies? Like, where's the show? Gemini? Bring the show. Bring the glam, bring the flamboyance, you know, like heat it up a little bit within yourself. And it doesn't have to be a show. It could be really more who you are than what you're doing right now. If the flare thing, I'm not even talking about clothes. I'm just talking about balls. I'm talking about guts. I'm talking about the guts that it takes to dance on the edge of a cliff, you know? The guts it takes to cut things out that don't work, throw things away, start anew, start fresh. Man, I'm speaking to myself too. Jeez. Go for it. Go for it. Yeah, and your hope is to... once again, I feel like the strength card coming out, you know, taming these physical loud sounds in your head. If those are this is not the way you're supposed to be doing it. If it's mother's voice, if it's father's voice, that's huge. That's huge. What you were given as a child as principles. This, in a perfect world, his principles change as he evolves. They don't stay the same. You know, it's water. It's water. His principles change as he changes and evolves and grows. Huge. You're changing. This brings me back to, you know, any kind of vices or indulgences that you know have wanted to quit. They're getting in your way. This is the energy you call on to get back on that wagon. Whatever. Start new habits that slowly erase the old. Don't tell everyone about it. Don't talk about it. Do it. She's the silent killer, right? She's not a killer, but she's the silent closer of the mouth. This is highly evolved emotional intelligence as well. It's part of it. It's part of it. And it might be a fragment that you're hoping to gain. It might be a fragment that's been missing for a while. Is the stability that comes when you can be the master of your mind, be the master of your heart, be the master of your body. It's hard to be the master of yourself when you've got something that's holding you back. And if that's some sort of habit, great energy to call on. But also this can be... if other people are in your ears, if you're not following your true heart, if you're not, if you're living someone else's life. In the reading, how she said, you know, when the cards are dealt, you weren't there. You weren't present. You weren't there. You weren't present. I mean, such a difference. Look. Blech. Blech. Ooh. Yeah, nice. Also, you know, since this is an other position, you could be charmed by a fire sign, a Leo, a Sag, an Aries. Also, this is great Aries energy, you know, this bold, this, let's do this. Let's do it. And let's do it with show. I love him. Oh, a little lesson card for the outcome. So here we had a potential outcome. Well, it's a path, right? We know this is happening. We know you're going to spin this wheel. Things are going up here. Things are going way up. Immersed in experience, immersed in joy. Two children playing together. This reminds me of your card, the Lovers. Two children playing together, and it's beautiful. It's sunny. This has come after some upset, some storm. The rainbow comes out, the Lovers, and just this bodily warmth and joy and liking where you're at. This is coming. This is coming if you spin that wheel. And go bold. Go bold or go home. Yes, that Aries energy coming up after Pisces. 7 of Cups in the outcome. What you gonna do when they come for you? I'm so cheesy today. What do you want? The hardest question of all, right? When someone gives you, okay, we're gonna write a journal entry and you're gonna say what you want in 5 years, your goal in 5 years. I mean, I was always like, oh God, you know, I'm always just woo, woo, woo. I'm so curious. Are you curious too, Gemini? Is that the problem, that you can't, you think you have to just choose one thing? Remember, values and principles change as we grow. I think also this is again calling on that network. You have a huge network and you're going to make contacts, ask questions, ask for support, possibly pay to get some new skills or beg someone to give you the skills that they have. I mean, why not? Why not? And you know, I feel like usually I read this person as a dark, kind of almost paralyzed with fear, and I don't get that this time. I almost get like this person is on stage, and it's almost like that silhouette that's created when these bright lights shine on him. And this is the audience, right, out here. And then he's getting really, really black because he's silhouetted. I love that. But I love the stage. Okay. So many people to reach out to now. You not a solo player in this. Okay, not a solo player. But we have to go back to that cross at the beginning. Even though you're not a solo player, you're still following your impulses with emotional intelligence, with discernment, and with graciousness. You might come up at the end of the month with some feisty creatures. Some feisty creatures. Look at the dragon coming out of the cup. Don't be quick to defend. Don't be quick to jump back. Remain a little bit detached. Listen. Take what you want and leave the rest. Sometimes people have great ideas. Sometimes people can really help you. They might be too feisty when they come at you, but they can help you. Okay, I'd like to see what's on the bottom of the deck. Ooh, Two of Swords. There's your air sign. There's your air sign. That's you, Gemini. Air. I love this card, actually. This is someone who is feeling her way. Might be a little bit too detached, a little bit too defensive through her heart. But I think also in her mind, she's saying, and you can switch that to he. She's saying, I don't need to hear mom and dad's voice I don't want to look at that right now. I don't want to hear that right now. I need to follow my own words. I need to find out what my principles are. I need to find out what my values are right now, today, not back then, and not in the future. I'm not worried about the future. I'm right now. Right now, I'm cutting through space. Right now, I'm cutting through space. Ugh, beautiful. I do want to do a little bit of clarifying, especially this Seven of Cups. Ooh, there you are. Oh my gosh, we got 3. Okay. My shuffling sometimes is not that great. We got the Lovers. Of course you're going to come out. 6. Harmony. Harmony. That's what your aim is right now. Harmony. The triangle. Look at this. The 3 of creation. 3 of creation, and then 7s are the sustaining of that creation. So wow, I kind of like that in that sense. The sustaining of the creation and the creation. These new principles, these new values that are realigning themselves as you speak. As you speak. Ace of Wands. I'm loving this. Look, the idea, maybe even coming from the past with these retrogrades, something you're revisiting, revising, re-editing, balls to do it, okay? And then we get the 9 of Swords. After so much thinking, after so much planning, after so many shoulds and oughts and can'ts and but that, after that, sitting up straight in bed and thinking, why didn't I think of that before? Why didn't I think of this before? And just take that moment, get up, get a glass of water, drink it down, and go. Go with it. Run with it. Show up for it. Show up for yourself, Gemini. Show up. Use people, not use people in a bad way, but use what you've built. It's there for a reason. Your network is there for a reason. The people you're meeting, connecting, there for a reason. And if the people that you reach out to don't know, ask them to tell you who does. Cutting through space. Brilliant. So brilliant, Gemini. I appreciate you showing up here. I needed this lesson too. You know, when I do these, I get so much benefit too. So really appreciate you being here. Let's take a big deep breath in. I'm just going to put my hands on my heart. I'm going to put my left hand and then my right hand on top. Big breath in and out. In. Out. In. And out. Okay. Much love, Gemini. Much love. Bye.